back to the No Limit Crypto channel. In this video we're gonna take a look at Polkadot, and I have a couple of interesting things in store. So first we're gonna look at the chart and where we are right now. Then we are going to compare Polkadot to Ethereum, and then I'm gonna update you on my price prediction for this cycle. And I'm also going to compare Polkadot to Cardano, and just to justify my price prediction. So let's get right into it. If there is anything in this video you find helpful, please consider liking and subscribing. Helps me out massively. I post at least one Polkadot video every single day. So the chart. In the last video we talked about us holding support in this trend line down here and us pushing up against this trend line, and these trend lines come from the past and they are all good trend lines. They have been tested as support and resistance. So we successfully broke through to over this trend line, and I gave you three different options for Polkadot. One option was to stay in this one right here, or come up to this zone, or go to this zone. And obviously this is the most bullish, this is maybe the craziest but still very bullish, and this is the most conservative one. So right now it seems like we have settled in to this zone right here, and we can see that it's a broadening pattern, which could mean that there are some waves in the waters. You know, you have to hold on to your hat, because we might see some pretty crazy volatility, honestly, in really short periods of time. So if you imagine that this is a broadening pattern and we bounce up and down, the pattern gets bigger and bigger, meaning that the volatility rises all the time. So it looks like we are in for a ride, and I like it because a zone like this, like channels, but in this one even better, it provides us amazing trading opportunities. If you're crazy, you can take those shorts too. I personally, in an uptrend, don't go against the trend, so I'm not going to be trading shorts here, but I'm 100% going to trade longs, like day trading and swing trading. I obviously hold Polkadot for the longer term, but I like to have some money to play around with and trade. So I'm probably looking at, if we come back and test this level, that's a good position to enter longs. Obviously you have to take a look at the circumstances when it happens. Like, I can't tell you right now that this is a good opportunity. Obviously none of this is financial advice, but I can't say right now that it's going to be a good opportunity next time we test this line, because the circumstances might have changed. We could have Bitcoin jumping off a cliff, and obviously then none of this matters, because that's when we also go down. So the circumstances might change, but right now we're looking strong in this zone. Looking at the moving averages, these are EMAs. They are actually not lining up perfectly. So for the perfect setup, we would like to see the yellow one up top. The green one up top. That's the 12 EMA. And then we have a 26 EMA is the yellow one. And the blue one is 50 EMA and 100. So we would like to see green, yellow, blue, pink. But no worries, this is still looking super strong. So I think that we're going to see a bunch of bullish crosses in the EMAs, probably before tomorrow's video even. And I'm gonna update you on that obviously tomorrow. So subscribe for that. And there's also one more thing that I think I would love to see in Polkadot. happen pretty soon. I would like to see this trend line on the RSI break to the upside, maybe move into a support line. But it's not like that of a major thing right now. I think the key here is that if and when we make a higher high, the RSI have to make a higher high. We want no divergences right here, because that's obviously a bearish sign and doesn't look good, bode good for us. So let's move on to one of the interesting charts that I found while I was looking at things is Polkadot versus Ethereum chart. You can see it up here. So I think this might be a bit of an optimistic way to look at things, and I might find things that I wanna see, but I think it's still a potential, and I don't pay that much attention to it because sorry, it doesn't give me like a clear path or a clear picture on what is going to happen. There's basically two options that can happen here. So I think we might have a bit of a rounded bottom on the Polkadot versus Ethereum chart, and we also broke this trend line up here. Sorry, we broke this trend line coming from the top, which is a nice sign for Polkadot versus Ethereum, and we can see that with the rounded bottom, this could mean for us that Polkadot goes against Ethereum, goes through the roof. It's a possibility of this pattern, but we also have to remember that Ethereum is actually not doing that well right now. Ethereum might start doing well again, and then we have to reconsider these things if this pattern still plays. But right now Ethereum is doing pretty bad, but I don't think Ethereum is doing that bad that it's Ethereum that drives this Polkadot versus Ethereum. I think it will be Polkadot driving here and Polkadot being in control. So, and then let's take a look at my price predictions. If you watch this channel often, you know of my price predictions and how I do them. So I take a Fibonacci extension from the low to the next move high and to the next low. So with this Fibonacci extension, we can see that the 161, 162% Fibonacci line over here is at $64, and that's where I think that this move is going to take Polkadot right now. The next move that is coming, it's going to be mega bullish, and I'm mega bullish, so it's going to be big, and we are going to get I think, from the price right now, a 107% gain. And from the last all-time high, that is a 30% gain, which is a pretty significant rise in the price, in the all-time high. Looking at how this bull cycle has formed, that we're probably gonna form two tops, so we can't be expecting us to make a move like this. Like we don't there's obviously no way that we have 1,000% in us like it's now. I'm not even gonna measure it because I'm used that idea. But I think that the 162% line is the most realistic one. But once we reach those, once we go past all-time highs and the market goes into its like euphoria, everything is possible. So the market might overextend more, but on this channel I'm all about realistic expectations. I don't want to sit here. I can sit here and tell you, yeah, Polkadot is gonna go. Yeah, we can see $1,000 Polkadot happening this year. Like, obviously, that's not gonna happen. If that happens, I'm gonna make a lot of money. But I think the 162% is the realistic one, and I'm gonna compare this one to Cardano. So I have these two charts over here. On the left, we have Cardano. On the right, we have Polkadot. And I'm gonna compare this stop, and I'm gonna play with the thought that this stop is the same as this stop over here. And when Cardano made its last push, the latest push, Cardano made a 25% gain. And also that's a reason why I think that our push right now that we're going to get of around 30% seems like a very realistic goal. Let's take away those volumes, that's annoying me. I think our 30% push is going to be a very realistic goal. So I think I said that I compare this one to this one. I don't compare this one to this one. I compare these over here. I'm gonna draw these over here to this one here. And this move right here I compare to this move. That's what I think. So we are going to go to $64. That's my price prediction. Thank you very much. If you liked it, please consider liking and subscribing. Peace out.